Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Moses, and this is Urban Backyard Container Gardening. On this channel, we do homesteading, we grow most of our own food, we do cooking, and we do DIY projects. If this is your first time being here, I appreciate you and thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you as well. In today's video, we are going to do one of my least favorite things to do when it comes to gardening, and that's uppotting plants. We're going to do 15 plants for our fall planting season. Let's get started. A lot of gardeners start seeds, watch them germinate, and leave them in those tiny starter cells until planting day. I know because that's what I've done in the past. While that can sometimes work, it often leads to stressed plants, crowded roots, and slower growth after transplanting. Today, I'll show you why I uppot my seedlings, how to do it, and the mistakes I avoid so these plants are ready to thrive when it's time to plant them outside. Before we begin, take a look at these seedlings. They are looking healthy, but if you look closely, you'll notice they've developed several sets of true leaves. That's usually my first sign that they're ready for a larger home. Another clue is when roots begin showing through the drainage holes at the bottom of the tray. Those roots are telling you they've run out of room. When seedlings stay cramped too long, they become root bound instead of spreading out. The roots circle around the container, making it harder for the plant to establish once it's transplanted into the garden. Okay, the items that you will need to uppot your seedlings are basically soil and larger containers. In this case, we're using silo plastic cups that I've punched a drainage hole in the bottom of. And I've already labeled my cups, so let's get started. So the first variety of plants that we're going to uppot is a cabbage by the name of All Season. Now, I have my plugs sitting on top of my 3-in-1 plug tray, and I'm just going to press down on them, and this will cause them to pop out. So I don't have to go digging in from the bottom or anything like that to get them to come up. So I'm just going to pull the seedling up, pop a hole into the planter, drop the seedling in and backfill. And just like that, we have one planted. I'm going to do the next one. And these are a little leggy, so I'm going to plant them kind of deep as well to help combat that. The next one we're going to do are Georgia Southern Collards. And as you can see, this one is very tall. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with the tall cabbage and bury it deeply. Backfill it. Okay, next we're going to do is the purple top turnips. They are over here and very tall. Let's try to get some that aren't as tall. Now, as you can see, these have a lot of roots growing down. So I'm just going to break up the plug. And there's 3 in the plug. I'm going to separate them and plant 1 in each container. And go deep, backfill. Probably going to add a little bit more soil into these cups too off camera. Now my soil that I'm using is just a potting soil, a basic potting soil that I made. It's made out of cocoa coir, compost, and a little fertilizer and perlite. Next, we're going to do variety of cauliflower called amethyst, and we're going to do 3 of those also. This plug has 3, well, 2 in it rather. So we're going to break it apart. Place 1 there and 1 here. Drop the plug in, backfill. And you can see I'm holding the plug between my middle and index finger so that I'm not really damaging the stem, because at this point they're still kind of delicate. And I'm pressing the root ball into the soil and then backfilling. And we have 1 more to get of the amethyst. Can I find one that doesn't have that many in it? I was able to get 1. And as you can see, holding it between my index and middle finger and dropping it into the hole deeply, backfilling. And just like that, we have planted 15. Well, no, we haven't. We have planted our first variety of cauliflower, and we have 3 more plants to go. This will be a variety of cauliflower called Bishop. Now, these will be big enough to go out into the garden, hopefully by the end of this month or toward the middle of August. So that's my goal, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. This plug has 3 in it, so we're going to break it apart and place one in each container. So now we have our 15 plants transplanted. We're going to add a little bit more soil and then give them a watering and place them back under my grow labs. So we added more soil to each of these cups, and now we're going to give them a drink. Now, in this water, we have a very, very, very small amount of AgroThrive general purpose fertilizer. And every time I water them, I'm going to just drop a few drops into the water itself to try to push these along. Now, probably about a week before it's time for them to go outside, or when I want them to be planted outside, I will sit them out into the sun so that they start getting adjusted to sunlight as opposed to the grow light. And if everything goes according to plan, we'll have some very healthy and large plants to go outside. Now, those other plants that you saw, we're going to up pot them as well. But right now, I have no room under my grow lights to do it. So I'm going to try not to let them become too leggy, but they're going to get up potted as well. And as you can see, they are now up underneath the grow light, and they're off and on their way to being ready to go outside for fall planting. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope seeing this process gives you confidence to up pot your own seedlings and grow stronger plants for an amazing fall harvest. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below telling me what you're growing this fall, and share this video with someone who's starting a garden. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember that every healthy harvest starts with healthy seedlings. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.